Today's question, someone just asked me, do I need to lose weight? And the answer is no. I'll tell you why. It's because there's two false assumptions that are going on. And these false assumptions are what kept me in a freaking binge eating, depression, anxious cycle. And it was only after I gave up these assumptions that I actually started changing my eating habits and seeing lasting results. The two assumptions are that your weight problem is bad and immediate. These two things, bad and immediate, go together and create stress in your life, which doesn't help. So, to summarize real quick, if you are asking, do I need to lose weight? Probably the assumptions in your mind is that your weight problem is a bad problem and you immediately need to solve it. And that is creating stress in your life. And stress in your life is not going to help you lose weight and keep the weight off. That's not the right question to ask. It's not the right paradigm. I was there. A lot of people have been there. It just doesn't work. Let's break these two assumptions down real quick and we'll go into a more holistic way of thinking about weight loss and how you can really shift your perception by surprisingly giving up hope. Giving up hope. It sounds weird, it sounds bizarre. Let me get that into a little bit, but first let's talk about these two assumptions. One, weight problems are bad. They're not as bad as you think. Oftentimes, your weight problem, about 50 to 100% of it is in your head. We all know some woman who is overweight, quote unquote, but she holds herself with confidence and poise. She interacts with people with energy. She's caring. We like her. We all know another woman who is sulky and sad. They might look, quote unquote, the same, but between posture, which does change appearance, between posture, clothes, but more about energy and vitality, there's a huge difference. What's going on? Perhaps one woman is thinking in her head all these negative thoughts about how she's held back and how she's so on and so forth, there's weight stigma, how she's being treated differently, how fatigued she is, and so forth. And I don't want to say that obesity and weight gain is not a problem, but it's not as bad as you think. The other woman who might have the same weight might be carrying herself much differently. Her orientation to life might be much different. Now you might be wondering, well, great, Jared, you're some skinny white dude. What the hell have you got to do to teach me about the bad effects of eating and weight gain and so forth? Well, I was underweight for a long, long time. I weighed about 125 pounds. To put that in perspective, I'm 160 right now. So I had anemia. And the reason I was underweight was because I had this ideal thing that I wasn't living up to. I had this ideal body image that I wasn't living up to. And I was putting all this pressure on myself to fit into that ideal image. And guess what? The results weren't there. It would be one thing if you were trying to be skinny and putting pressure on yourself to be skinny made you skinny. But how, in your experience, does beating yourself up, how does mentally beating yourself up, criticizing yourself, hating yourself, that pressure, how does that pressure, does that actually make you skinny? It doesn't. So half of the problem, 50% to 100% of your problem with weight is actually in your head. So it's not as bad as it seems. The second assumption, that weight problems are immediate. This is the thing that pisses me off the most. I actually get angry. This pisses me off. I don't even know where to start and how to articulate this clearly. There is a lot of money, and I mean a lot of money, I'm talking billions of dollars, getting people to believe weight is an immediate problem. That early onset diabetes is going to strike you tomorrow. That you're going to have a heart attack soon. That something bad is right around the corner. And you got to solve your weight. You got to get it off now. You got to buy this pill. You got to take this program. You got to go see your doctor. You need. That's what you've been told by society. You need to lose weight. Not should. Not like it'd be good for you. You need to lose weight. Kind of like you need to pay your taxes. Like everyone pretty much pays their taxes because you actually do need to. Like you're going to be legally arrested and all that stuff, like rapidly if you don't pay your taxes. The same message is there for weight. If you don't lose weight, you are going to suffer immediate, almost legal consequences. And it's just not true. You're being marketed a lie. You're being marketed a lie. Let me repeat that again. You're being marketed a lie. How long have you been overweight? Have you died yet? Okay, so it's not an immediate problem. So it's not as bad as you think, and it's not an immediate problem. So do you need to lose weight if it's not a bad problem and it's not as bad as you think? It's not immediate and as bad as a problem. Do you need to lose weight? Is that the right question to ask? And right now, if you're pausing, if you're reconsidering, if you're just thinking, that's perfect. Because that pause is going to break your cycle of stress. That's the key to this. That's the starting point. Break the cycle of stress. When you ask, do I need to lose weight? You're inevitably going to answer yes. Do I need to lose weight? Yes, you need to lose weight. Because all of society is telling you, yes, you need to lose weight. So when you ask that question, you're going to get into a stress loop. You're going to start thinking, you're going to start ruminating, you're going to start hating your body, and you're going to do something dumb. You're going to try a diet. You're going to try some pills. And the thing is that you're not going to change who you are. So the easiest way to explore this for my own life is when I was trying to reach quote unquote enlightenment. I was living in a Buddhist monastery. I did that for about a year. No electricity. No cell phones, no internet. We had some electricity. And for hours a day, I'd sit cross-legged. My legs would be aching. The worst knee pain you can imagine, like limping afterwards because I'd be meditating. And I was trying to get enlightened. I believed that if I could achieve this one thing, then all my problems in life would be solved. And that fixation, that obsession, that preoccupation was fueled by anxiety, fueled by disassociation. Disassociation is not as well talked about as depression or anxiety, but it's where you blank out and disassociate, zone out. When I was meditating, I would basically zone out and forget about my problems. Just daydream, stuff like that. Anyways, guess what? I was anemic. Guess what? I was binge eating. Guess what? Hated myself. And over time, I finally gave up enlightenment. You know, that's what this whole enlightenment thing is about. It's about giving up enlightenment. It's about giving up weight loss. Because you are putting your whole life on weight loss. You're implicitly saying to yourself, I am going to live my best life. I'm going to be worthy. I will finally become who I want to be after I lose weight. You're taking all of who you are, your relationships, your past experiences, your previous attempts, and your journey through life. You're bundling that all up into one number. That when the number goes down, when you step on the scale, all that journey, all your experiences, all the conversations you've had, everything, it all becomes good and worthwhile when the number goes down. If the number goes up, it's just your failure. All of it. Not worthy. You screwed up. So, do you need to lose weight? No. That's the wrong question. You're going to get into a stress loop. You need to pause and approach it differently. You need to give up hope. That might sound weird. Let me explain. If I gave you something stressful, like how most weight loss is for most people, if I said, here's a gun, I'm going to shoot you if you don't run a 6-minute mile. You know, I'm going to shoot you if you don't do something that's really hard for you. So for example, like you hear those stories with mothers who see their kid being crushed by a car. So they get this superhuman strength, they lift the car up, they free their kid, the kid is safe. Basically, I'm putting you in that situation. I'm putting a gun to your head and I'm saying, do something heroic or I'm going to blow your head off. Something terrible is going to happen. That's how most people attempt weight loss. They go on an extreme diet. They try to lose weight fast. Try to burn it off. Quicker the better. You know, fast, rapid, immediate, heroic, massive transformation. What people don't realize is that this is all caused by stress. You know, the child underneath the car, the gun to your head, the pressure from society fuels stress. Let's look what happens when we act out of stress. One, the mother who lifts the car up, oftentimes her legs, her bones in her legs are like shattered. Her shins collapse. It's like tectonic plates. The bones split, the one bone goes behind, the other bone goes in. It's brutal. Putting a gun to your head and making you run a 6-minute mile or 8-minute mile, whatever would be heroic for you, guess what you're like after it? You're panting, you're throwing up, you're sweaty, you're trembling. It's not fun. When you try to lose weight, guess what? You get cravings, you feel miserable, you gain the weight back, you feel terrible. When you begin a journey in stress, guess what happens? You end in stress. What you focus on grows. How you focus on your goal matters. If you are focusing on weight loss by stressing out, guess what? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And anytime you try to lose weight, it gets caught up in this whole self-worth thing. That's why I say you need to give up hope. And paradoxically, this is a paradox, once you give up hope, you will actually begin to transform. Once I kind of gave up my clinging to this magical enlightenment, like literally I thought basically I'd become enlightened somehow, someday, and that I'd be in the clouds. That I'd be immune to suffering. I don't know why I thought that. It seems silly in hindsight, but many people approach dieting that way. Dieting and weight loss. Only after I gave up that notion did I start treating myself differently. Started sitting differently, started breathing differently, started being kinder to myself, started eating differently. The same thing is true with weight loss. The same exact thing is true with weight loss. When you give up your preoccupation, paradoxically, your mind expands. very paradoxically, your mind expands. You're able to do things you previously didn't consider. When you stop focusing on weight loss, you begin to shift the questions you ask. If you started off asking, do I need to lose weight? And your answer was a stressful yes. When you shift the question, you get different answers. Let's try this question on. Let's give up hope. Let's give up hope. Serious. I'm really serious. Give up hope. I know that sounds weird, but give up hope and let's see what comes up. So let's say I were to ask you to do something healthy, but then I were to say, but this thing won't change your weight. So here's the question. What would you do to be healthy, your definition of health? What would you do to be healthy if you knew that you wouldn't lose weight? Doesn't that question just like mess with your mind? What would you do to be healthy if you knew that whatever you did, it wouldn't actually make you lose weight? It wouldn't change your body image. What would you do? You might not know what to think right now. If you've been locked in dieting mentality, you might not know what to think. But here's what you might actually start doing. You might start to think. Instead of just following society's rules, you might start to think, what would I do on my personal well-being and health journey if whatever I did wouldn't actually make me lose weight? How would I treat myself? How would I act? How would I behave? How would I evaluate myself? How would I judge myself? How would I know what actions to take? These are the questions that matter. These are the questions that will lead to happiness and health. It sounds backwards. By giving up weight loss, you actually will become healthier. But when you give up weight loss, you're going to start asking different questions. You're going to go on a journey. You're going to start exploring and learning. You know what? If weight loss wasn't part of my life, well then maybe I wouldn't try so hard at the gym and burn myself out. Maybe I'd just go on a walk because I like walking. Because it's fun. Because it makes me feel good. Maybe instead of trying to eat a perfectly healthy salad, I'd eat some regular food. And I'd like it. Maybe if I wasn't worried about weight, I wouldn't hate myself so much. Maybe with all that extra mental bandwidth, I'd be more present in relationships. I'd take some risks in life that I'm not taking right now. And maybe these types of behaviors, maybe these would transform you. And in fact, they will transform you. This journey transforms you. So give up weight loss. Embrace your own personal journey. Go on a hero's journey. Give up weight loss. Pretend it will never happen. It might happen. Don't get me wrong. Like, it might happen. Just, you can't think about it that way. You can't. When you're coming from a place of stress, it's just not going to work. You're disconnected from your body. You know that pause earlier you felt? How you paused? You need to do that more often and reflect on how things make you feel. And do things that make you feel good. And learn. And begin a journey. Now, if you want a little bit of training on how to begin this journey, whether you want to focus on mind, body, or soul, I offer a free training where you get some training videos. You get a worksheet. The training videos and worksheet are designed to give you a little challenge along this way. I'm excited. So you go to weightlossenlightenment.com/free strategy session. And then you pick one of those three, body, mind, or soul. And you do the challenge. After you do the challenge, you can unlock a complimentary call with me where we actually talk about this stuff, talk about your journey, talk about your new perception about your body, mind, or soul. And what's cool is that actually when you pick body, mind, or soul, you're going to get specific material to body, mind, or soul. If you pick body, you're going to get something about body. And vice versa. So that's a little resource for you. I hope this helps. Do I need to lose weight? No, you don't. Have a good day. Peace.